Good morning. This wasn't really the plan for today because this is Thanksgiving week and that's what I've been concentrating on. I'm sorry I'm looking at the screen because I'm about to start work. I felt obligated to do this video today and I'm going to talk about the bishop. I'm sure people know who I'm referring to by just saying the bishop, so I won't state his full name. But I understand that there was a health emergency on Sunday while he was preaching. I have been trying to keep updated with the situation, and I learned that he suffered a stroke. And I wish him the very best. I hope he recovers very soon, and I hope he goes back to what he's been doing for a very long time. I watched a couple of videos about the situation from two people that I often listen to, and I didn't think anything of it. The videos were fine, they were in line with what we all thought. But then I watched a couple more videos, and then I realized why those videos were made. Because apparently some people believe that the reason why he became ill was as a result of other claims, which I don't know what these claims are. And to say that I was shocked is an understatement, because this bishop has spoken very, very publicly about his struggles with his health. He even wrote a book about his weight loss. He has spoken about his struggle with his weight, eating better and working out more. If you Google his name and put weight loss, you will find the show that he did on this, where he was very plain and public about it, which I think is a great thing to do, because part of all of us being aware of the situation. When I started to work on wellness with IJ, the first topic that I decided to deal with was obesity. I made several videos from what is obesity, what causes it, the consequences of obesity. I even did another video where I was talking about slump and die. And the reason for that is because a lot of people think that slumping and dying is an illness. And they ignore the fact that it can be caused by other situations. And I was aware of so many young people who had apparently died just suddenly with no warning, no apparent warning, I should say. I felt that it was necessary for me to make those videos in order to continue the awareness on taking care of our health and what could happen if we didn't. So to think that people were making these allegations, for me, it was shocking. It still tells me that people are completely oblivious and ignorant of how important this situation is. It's an epidemic. If that is the situation with him, well, it just tells us that this can happen to anyone. And that's what I want to tell people today. It can happen to you, it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone that we know. So don't think that you're immune from it based on what? If you find yourself in those situations, then those consequences will apply to everyone. Those consequences do not respect your status or your status in life. They don't respect your background. They don't respect how much you earn. They don't respect your faith. People have died who didn't have any faith from these illnesses. This has affected people from different walks of life. So if you think that only some people are vulnerable or will suffer these issues, well, I am very sorry to tell you that that is not the case. They're just not helping the situation. They're not helping spread the awareness that these situations can happen to anyone. A lot of the problems or the consequences of obesity are silent, which means that you could be normal from the outside, but a lot of things are going wrong inside. What am I saying today? What I'm saying today is that, please, if you're not sure or if you're not understanding how serious this is, please do your research. 1 in 2 people who are obese is a Black person. Like every other Black person you meet is obese. And when you look at the consequences of obesity, stroke is one of the consequences, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, cancers. These are all consequences of obesity, some psychological issues, issues with self-esteem. And I'm going to attach the videos that I've made. I think I made them into a playlist so you can watch them. If you're not sure what could happen, please watch those videos and learn and keep yourself updated with what the chances are of becoming ill if you don't take care of yourself. I think it's wrong that people are making these suggestions. I think people are being negligent. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I think that you're doing harm to the community if you're making these claims or if you're joining in believing these claims. Your faith is irrelevant if you become ill. If you become obese, your faith is irrelevant. And if you're making this claim, you're not immune to these situations. I want you to know that, and I want you to spread the news. I want everyone to understand that this is a responsibility on all of us. If you're not affected directly, there are people who you know who might be affected. And I think that it's everyone's responsibility to take care of themselves. Subscribing to these allegations is very dangerous. This is not the only channel, the only platform that talks about obesity or your health issues. If you go to your doctors for your physical, that's what they look out for. And the thing that is, the thing that it's very, very upsetting is that these things impact our communities more than other communities. And still, our community is the one that will minimize them, that will find other reasons why these things are happening. We will suffer more from these situations than other people. Most people of color don't have access to good quality health care. We talk about that as a problem where we, because of where we live and the situations are around us, we don't have access to good quality health care. And then we make these allegations. We kind of discount the facts that these things happen, and they happen more to us than other people. The chances of you becoming obese is higher for a Black person. The incidence of diabetes, type 2 diabetes, is higher for Black people. The incidence of high blood pressure, stroke, these are all higher in people of color than in other races. But we're choosing to ignore all these, and we want to focus on issues and allegations that are totally unfounded. So the facts are what they are, that if you don't take care of your health, no one else is going to do that. And if you don't take care of your health, you will suffer the consequences, irrespective of who you are. So now that you know the facts, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to spread the awareness? Are you going to do something about your own situation? Are you going to do something about the situation of your family? What are you going to do about this? And until the next video, you take care. Goodbye.